A couple of years ago, I uploaded a video talking about how I had changed the way I detangle my hair because I believed that the previous way I was detangling was causing damage. I had a short patch on the crown of my head that never seemed to grow. It was frizzy, coarse, and just didn't do what I wanted it to do, basically. Does anybody else have this? Because I cannot be the only one. Well, that video was 2 years ago now, and I've stuck with the same new way of detangling, and I've seen massive improvements with my hair. So I wanted to come back and give you an update and show you exactly how I detangle now whilst I explain the improvements that I have seen. I used to detangle by splitting my hair into 4 sections and then brushing through each section before moving on to the next. I thought that this was a nice, easy, gentle way of detangling, but in the previous video, I go into detail about why I think that was causing damage. I have linked the video in the cards. Now to detangle, the way I section my hair is by working from back to front. I split off a section at the nape of my neck and then tie the rest of my hair out of the way. I then split that back section into smaller sections. The amount of smaller sections I make depends on how tangled my hair feels that particular wash day. Sometimes I do 3 sections, sometimes 2, sometimes I don't split the section at all. This wash day, I split it into 2 sections because there were some tangles, but it wasn't super knotty. I then finger detangle the section before using my Knot Co Gentle Detangler to brush from ends to roots. I do this on all of the small sections before parting off another section of hair and doing the exact same thing. And I do this until I reach the front of my hair. I find this way of detangling way more gentle on my hair for a few reasons. Firstly, it's very easy to brush my hair without snagging hair from another section that's clipped away because my hair is just parted straight across, which is a problem that I was finding before. Secondly, all of my hair is being brushed in the same direction. It's all being brushed backwards, which reduces pulling and manipulation, which in turn will reduce breakage. Another reason this method of detangling is gentle on my hair is that I can really give each section some TLC. I can make sections bigger or smaller depending on my hair's needs. For example, the short damaged area I can now focus on by itself, whereas before when I was splitting my hair into 4 quarters, that damaged area was also being split into the 4 different sections and being brushed in with other hair. Now I can isolate that hair and be super gentle with it, apply more water and more product if it needs it, and I can just take my time. The main improvements I've noticed is that the short coarse area is now the same length as the rest of my hair, which I am so happy about. The section has also improved in texture as it grows out. It still is frizzier and coarser than the rest of my hair, but it is now more manageable and does what I want it to do on the most part. It just feels overall healthier. I also no longer have soreness on the crown of my head. I used to have this patch on my scalp that was always tender to the touch and it was right in the middle of my head. And I think that was due to the hair being pulled in 4 different directions on wash day with my previous way of detangling. It's crazy to me that that would cause soreness, especially as I only wash my hair once a week and I never really pulled my hair tight. But since changing my way of detangling, that sore patch has gone, so it must have been down to that. Detangling this way felt awkward at first, but now I really enjoy it and I actually find it quicker and easier. Do you struggle with any of the same problems I've mentioned? If so, I definitely recommend trying out this way of detangling. If you have any tips that you think could help further or help anyone else struggling with these issues, please do drop a comment below. I am always looking for new ways to optimize my hair care routine. I hope you find this helpful. If you did, please subscribe because there will be more videos like this coming up, and please hit the like button if you did find this helpful. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you next week.